an honor to be with you today as we discuss fundamental changes and challenges, innovative ideas to improve the quality of education in Missouri. And I would say that I really believe that on the success of your efforts with the METS initiative rests the future of so much of our state and our state's economy and opportunities for our people over the next 50 to 100 years. That's how important the work you are doing. I would like to thank my friends at Behringer Ingelheim from St. Joe, great corporate citizens that they are, for sponsoring so much of today's activities. I would like to thank all of you in the METS Coalition for asking me to join you today to briefly share with you a synopsis of where we are with education in Missouri and, more importantly, where we want to be heading. We are all here today because we believe in a simple idea: making quality education available for every student in Missouri. We know that our common beliefs are met with a number of unique solutions. The education our schools provide must prepare Missouri's children for the jobs of tomorrow. And right now, our state is closing in on what could be described as an education crisis. For years, the United States led the world as the most successful and prosperous nation because our people had typically been the most highly educated. Our nation now ranks 10th among industrialized nations in the percentage of young adults with some kind of college degree. While the U.S. ranks 10th in the world, Missouri ranks 30th in the nation behind our neighboring states, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and Illinois, in higher education completion. Of the nations ranked, Mexico is at the bottom of the list. Yet we have 47 counties in Missouri where education attainment levels are below Mexico for young adults. Sadly, a number of studies are showing that a majority of Missouri students do not possess a basic knowledge of math and science. Today, our resolve must not be to just talk about solutions or identify the problem, but to instead, in an evangelical manner, to spread our message of innovating Missouri's classrooms and education at all levels to prepare our children for the math and science skills they will need in our emerging industries. In 2006, former Governor Matt Blunt convened a math and science summit that united educators, business leaders, and civic leaders to outline a course for the future math and science education in our state. Today, 3 years later, we are able to look at what has been accomplished through teamwork, collaboration, and dedication to the students of Missouri. Over the next 3 years, we must continue to increase awareness for the necessity of fundamental and accelerated education in the fields of math and science. Much has been made about the Federal Stimulus Act passed in January, what your legislators are doing with that money and how it will be used in education. Now, a little over 2.5 months ago, I delivered my party's response to Governor Nixon's State of the State address. At that time, I said that there were some of us who were not crazy about every aspect of the stimulus package, founded as it is in borrowed money, in many cases trillions of dollars that not only we don't have today, but that has not even been earned yet and will be paid by grandchildren and great-grandchildren of those alive today. But I also made Missourians a promise that night. I told all Missourians who cared to listen in that they elected us to work together whether we like it or not, and we are obligated to make the best possible solutions for all Missourians. While I still have many concerns about the potential for future unfunded mandates on many public and private institutions once this 1 or 2 year money runs out, I also see real potential and benefit for Missouri's classrooms over the long term. We can use these funds for one-time expenditures, improvements to technology, classroom aids, and better learning tools for Missouri's children in the math and science areas. We must also provide funding to educate our teachers on how best to use the enhancements in Missouri classrooms to advance math and science education. At this point, we have an opportunity through the federal stimulus dollars, actually a small portion of it, to restore full funding to the METS initiative for our state. If properly allocated, we stand to gain improvements in our classrooms to create practical applications in job training and higher education. You and I cannot stand by and watch the world pass us by in the fields of math, engineering, and technology and science. We must mobilize our efforts to protect the future workforce of our state. Right now, I encourage you to spend part of today or tomorrow contacting your legislators and Governor Nixon and encouraging them to fully fund Missouri's METS initiative. Unless your voices are heard, the future of our METS coalition remains uncertain. In closing, let me thank you for your continued dedication to the children of our state. We know that education in our state faces many obstacles and many challenges, but as we work together, it is my hope we can make a lasting impact for the future leaders of our great state. Thank you all for welcoming me here this morning.